Alright guys, welcome back to Rod Smoking Stuff. Today I have a choice 24-pound brisket. Now a lot of people say don't cook over a 16 to 18 pound brisket because they're the best. So what we're going to do today is we're going to find out if you can smoke a 24-pound brisket and have it taste as good as a 16 to 18 pound brisket. I picked this thing up at Costco and just thought I'd do a little experiment because I've never cooked this big of a brisket before. They've always been the smaller ones because that's what I've been told to do. But I got a good deal on this, so I decided to try it. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get this big brisket trimmed up. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to do, just hit this with some kosher salt. I used to mix my pepper and salt together and do it that way, but the problem is with that is the salt and pepper doesn't mix equally, so you don't get a constant coating. I found if I do it this way, I get more of an even coat. Get the edges here. Okay, that's enough of that. Next step is our black pepper, some 16 mesh black pepper. Okay guys, so we got our black pepper on there, all the sides, everything done. I like to hit it with a little bit of this Montreal steak seasoning. And that's part of the reason I go a little bit light on the salt, because this has quite a bit of salt in it. Sometimes I don't do this, some of my other videos, but I switch it up a little every now and then. And I do like the flavor this gives it. It's got pepper, garlic, crushed various kinds of pepper. Okay, we're going to let that sit. Then we'll flip it over and do the other side. Alright, we're going to flip this thing over. It's been sitting for about 15 minutes. We've already got our salt on this side. We just need to put our pepper and our Montreal steak seasoning. Alright guys, so we got this brisket all seasoned up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it now is I'm going to put it in the fridge and it's going to sit for 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm going to get up here in a few hours from bed. I'm going to throw it on the smoker and we're going to start rolling smoke on this thing. Alright guys, this has been in the fridge for a couple hours, well, about 4 hours. And you can see that the thing I like about that is it started to pull the moisture out of the meat, and that rub is really adhered to it. I'm going to set this down because it's 24 pounds of less than that now because we trimmed off all the fat, but it's heavy. I've got the Cabela's cooker smoker here, and we've heated it up to 225 degrees. I've got a water pan under here, right here, and I'm going to put my brisket on this top shelf. If we put it on the bottom one, it's going to get too overdone on the bottom. So I got those scraps of meat. I'm going to throw those down on this end. We'll eat those later. Take our brisket, put it right over the top of that water pan, just like that. And we close this thing up. Actually, before we close it up, right here in our flat, we're going to put our probe. Now, one way you can tell when you're halfway through the meat, put your probe in until it gets to the coldest point, and then starts warming up a little, then pull it back just a little bit. That'll put you right in the center. So we're going to close this thing up, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to keep my phone by me because I have my app with the timer and everything on it, and I'll get up in an hour or so and check this thing. Alright guys, so it's morning, about 7:30. So this brisket's been on there since 1, so it's too early to count. About 6 hours we've been at this. We're at 147 degrees, and I just opened this up. I had a little bit of my snack here. It's getting there. It tastes really good. Has a lot of smoke on it. But I noticed the top of this. I'll bring you in closer so you can see. You see the top of this is a little bit dry. So I just got me a spray bottle with some water in it. I think that's going to be key with this big brisket. It's keeping a little bit of moisture on it. Trying to keep that from drying out. You can see I still have my water pan down here. I think that's going to help. A little moisture in there and help it cook more even. It's looking really good so far. We probably still have quite a bit more time with this big thing because it is so big. I mean, this thing is huge. So anyway, we'll let that go till we check it next time. We'll have another snack. I think that's good there. We don't want to drench it to the point we're running the rub off of it. Just want to put some moisture on there. So we'll be back in probably an hour or two and we'll check on this thing again. So it's been about 12 hours and this thing's still at like 154 degrees. It's stuck in the stall. You can see it's starting to sweat. So it's been there for a couple hours. I'm expecting within the next hour or so it'll be done. Now see this? This is our scrap piece of meat we had. If you're not doing this when you cook brisket, you're missing out. Throw that on the grill. You get part way through. Look at that. Good snack. Alright guys, we're at 165 degrees on this thing. We've been going for almost 14 hours now. We're going to wrap this thing up so we can turn it up a little bit and get it going here. The bark's all set. It's looking good. Oh yeah, that fat on the bottom's feeling good. Look at that. Let's get it over to the table. Alright, I got my Wagyu beef tallow here, and Lynn's going to make this kind of fun. That's all I got left. I wish I had a little bit more of it. I have to order another thing of it. Just got a couple spots in here. One little piece left in there. Let's get that out. Okay, we're going to wrap this thing up. Okay, we're going to put it back on the smoker. Alright guys, we're going to check this brisket. Still got a little more resistance than what I'd like. It's at 195. Oh, point end's good. It's this flat, and it's a few more degrees. 195, we're going to go another probably 3 or 4 degrees, around 200, and we'll be done. Alright guys, we're going to check this thing again. Oh yeah, that's much better. It's around 200 to 201. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut this grill off, put it in the shutdown, and then once we do that, I'm going to leave the lid open and let this thing start to cool down. It will cook another degree or so, which isn't bad because we're only at 200. It can go to 203 or so. So I'm going to get here. Let's see. Shut down. This grill has the Wi-Fi on it. It's kind of nice. Yep, shutdown in progress. Okay, I'm just going to leave this lid open and walk away, and then once it cools down a bit, then I'll come shut the lid and I'll just let it rest in the smoker for a couple hours. Alright guys, so our brisket's done. We've got it unwrapped. It was a total of 17 hours by the time we got this thing done. There's a couple spots I wish the bark would have set up better, but it is what it is. So we're going to cut into it and see what it tastes like. I'm going to bring you in closer and you can watch me cut this up. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that doesn't look bad. Look at that smoke ring, probably because it was on there for so long. Look at that. Odd for me to slice it this way, but it's the best place to have the camera, so let's see what we got. Oh yeah, good bend test. Let's check the pull on this. Comes right apart. Let's try it. That is good. Dang. It's really good. It's been a while since I've had brisket. Pulls right apart. Look at that fat. The fat on there. It's all caramelized. Dang. Alright, I'm going to cut into this point and we're going to try it. So when I cut these, I like to separate the point from the flat because my family likes the flat meat better. But you can see there's not a lot of fat left in there. It's pretty rendered. So I like to separate it because they like the lean better than they do the fat. I like both. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's try this. Oh yeah, that just melts in your mouth. Alright guys, so this is my synopsis on it. 24-pound brisket. You can cook it, it's just as good as a 16, 10, 11, whatever. But that thing took forever to cook. I think that's why those barbecue restaurants and that, a lot of them don't use them this big, because they would never get it done by morning. So anyway, I'm going to finish cutting this thing up and I'm going to take it inside. We're going to eat. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and a like, and we'll see you on the next one. Choice 24-pound brisket. It's awesome. Try it. Is it a Wagyu or a prime brisket? No. But is it good? Yes. Is it worth cooking? Yes. Is it worth eating? Yes. So go ahead and try it.